Alright. Hey guys. Just a quick update on how the league is going really quickly. It's starting well with the first few 2, 3 weeks here now starting. We've had some problems, but nothing we haven't been able to handle so far. We did run into another account sharing, account bot type of deal here. I think most of you kind of will know what I'm talking about if you're involved in banter chat and stuff and read through that. Also, apologies for my voice; it's a little shot right now. Um, and the guy we're kind of talking about is this guy, Foozhe. Um, yeah, he's Rivals jungler. He was that week one, week two. What we found, yeah, so we found pretty substantial, high win rates and everything else. Um, it's very unlikely that this guy like going like just started doing this and stuff. Doesn't really have a high mastery on Udyr. If you go to the mastery, we'll just show you that really quickly. Yeah, it's like not even anywhere close to in this even ranked right here. Um, and you kind of go back a few years. I just kind of wanted to give everyone a kind of an update of how we're kind of getting this guy, or like just how like the whole update about this case because it's a little bit more complicated than the other one that we had. So we're gonna go through it. We think the first year or the first split that it was acquired was this split right here, but it's not a lot of Udyr, but it's still there. We'll go back to this Volibear and Kane later. This is a very important points that will be brought up soon. But as you can see, like all these, no sort of ranked history at all, including like we can't really even see norms and anything. Then you go to 2022. It's pretty drastic the difference in the account, even like just win rates and KDA, gold, CS. You can go through every metric here, and it's just not the same at all. So we think that's the original owner. And yeah, you go back a little bit even further, and the original owner didn't really play for a little while. Looked like they just kind of they quit the league a couple times and either got their account stolen or hacked or um, maybe even just sold it. But something happened with this account, and it's not in the right hands, obviously. But yeah, that's how we kind of figured out from this account. Everything else we found from this account, I can go through really quickly, just kind of hammer it home. A couple of other points if that didn't really convince you. This account right here that is constantly being dealt with. Fuse would there's like 15 to 20 games in the last like 30 days, and a lot of them are from this high win rate Udyr. Um, and this guy looks like he's getting just kind of boosted. So this could be a part of like the kind of the ring that we're kind of talking about. He's not a very good player, but I think it's just a standard like boosting, or this is just like a friend on the side type of thing. But yeah, you can tell it's this account's awesome. I hate OP.GG ads. Anyways, all right, but yeah, so we'll close this one. Just want to let you know about that one. All right, and an anonymous person came to me not too long ago. It kind of inspired me to make the video a little bit about an account that looked eerily similar, and then potentially that when he was had a former tryout with the guy who sounded kind of like this, but it was on two different accounts. It kind of gave him like kind of a goosebumps. But as you can see, um, there's a lot of similarity in these two players as shambles. That's for sure. Um, yeah, and you can even kind of see it a little bit. This is a little higher MMR account. It's been like that for a couple years. So we think like this one just went from straight bronze to gold. So these numbers are going to be even more inflated with worse players at that elo. Him starting from gold 2 or whatever is going to bring those numbers down a little bit. But everything about this account screams that it is the same account by all means. So, and the kind of the scary part about it is this is like right when we kind of started the league day and stuff like that, and this doesn't even look like his main account either. So you have these first two seasons, right, that he started like kind of playing. It's they're pretty close together, as you can see. So this looks like someone else's account that he either bought or whatever is happening with this. And then he kind of boosts it up to like a gold plat level and maybe plays and tries to get into some leagues. This one, apparently, this account was in one of the teams is tryouts and then got denied because they have their plat 3 peak as they should because they wanted to compete in Merc Academy. All is good. But this account was kind of like really associated with this one just because of the champ pool. Then I kind of also looked at another account, so we're gonna go even further. That it duos with. And you might not say like, oh, 3 games is not much or anything like that, right? Well, why is there just 3 games for all these accounts and they all just you keep going down when you duo with people? Just 3 games, 2 or 3 games each here and there, here and there. So that's the first guy on that ghost account. This is the main account of the guy I was just talking about, uh, or suspected main account, but I think it's another bot account, pretty much the same equal level as Foozhe. So I'm not really sure what the actual guy's rank of is that was even playing in the league for those first 2 weeks. Well, this one doesn't have any duos. This one might be more of an active account with someone with another player or someone else bought it. But it looks like a sort of like a ring. Uh, and I'll touch on this a little bit more too in a second. These are kind of just examples of the accounts I've found kind of linked to these two. But if you go to Low Rewind and stuff like that, this is a good tool for a couple of things if you ever want to know a little bit more details, even about your own profile. Come onto here. I'm not going to share it too much because it's a little kind of freaky, honestly. But yeah, there's this little quadrant down here. If you don't know what this is, it's kind of has your friends list or like people you commonly play with. This is kind of what everything on this account has been linked to in terms of other players. And this group right here is like a group of 4 other, like, basically, I don't even know what to call them, like people that level either like level accounts or they're either just prepping them to sell or they're doing something. It's some weird hand leveling thing, or these could even be bots. Because I will show you that in a second. But yeah, as you can tell, um, all 4 of these players played in the same game with games as Foos did, and this was like early in the year, right? We were looking at these match days from the oldest match played, and this was all just like one session, like and it happens to just be 3 games, just like those other games, right? Um, I'm not sure what any of this other stuff is. Obviously, this looks a little bit more like real stuff, probably from the guy who was just trying to smurf in the league or whatever he's trying to accomplish. But like same game time, you can tell this is the same stuff. Anyways, let's get into these accounts a little bit. This is probably the most sus one to start off with. It's level 974, so you wouldn't think it's that sus, right? Wrong. It's there's a ton of these accounts, and it's kind of an endless cycle. You could click through all these accounts, and there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, honestly, of these basically broken accounts. And this account's never played ranked ever, and it's 974. Um, what it does all day is play this featured, um, yeah, this featured or ARAM type of thing, and this is what it does every day. Like you play, and that's not like a bad like there are some normal people that do this, right? Like because they just either like these game modes, mostly ARAM. You'll see it more commonly, but this looks like a bot. or an occasional player, but most of the time a bot, especially for these featured games. So it's very weird. And then these are also where all the duos occur. Like, so a lot of these will be like three games duoed up with one of these guys, and it's like an interchanging little sessions, right? And they're all high ranking accounts, but like if you click into all of these, like you can just click into this one really quickly, see if it has what I'm looking for here. Same thing, same stuff. Uh, Pretty much between one or yeah, 2 to 4 games is all it is. And this account is also at the range of the other two accounts we just had, which is that low gold mid plat kind of range. So there's a lot going on, and this is a lot of stuff we've found, and this is why it kind of took me a long time today to do power rankings and get some decision. And I figured I'd make a video to kind of maybe break it down a little easier than I could in words. So we'll close some of these, go on to the few of these other accounts. This one looks like it's kind of a resold one. I don't know. This one looks like the most one, so this could just be a random person that is um, just kind of got caught like in this, like just queued up 3 random ARAMs all in a row with the guy. Like it does count that. So this is a little weird, but like I said, it does have that ARAM and arena only stuff, and doesn't look like it plays much ranked or yeah. But I don't know who plays on the account because they don't seem very good. So it could be just a like a low elo person like, hey, I want a new account here, I want to buy it, and then they buy it and then they still suck. It does that's proof in the pudding right here. Go on to this one, same thing, no ranked history, and then low games amounts. I could probably go click into this one and it'll be a lot of the same stuff. Yep, ARAM and low games with a bunch of different random accounts. So yeah, we'll look at this last one just to hammer it home. Very little ranked account on this. Not even really even active in the bots. It's a high level account though. So I don't really know. But there's something stupid and fishy going on with all this. And, guys like this, whoever this guy is, just a scumbag and a loser. Like, I don't know how this ring is even here. And it's somehow profitable because of, you know, people buying them. So clearly they're doing this for some sort of cash grab. But if you know anybody or do this in your league, just know it's really scummy. And like this, like never buy an account from these people because it's just gonna ruin you. And these are just not. It's not the way to do it. If you want to rank out, then you got to work for it a little bit harder. Don't just say your fucking teammates suck. They do. They're always gonna suck forever. But what can change? You not sucking ass every game as well, which is the exact same thing that they're going to say about you every game, and vice versa. So don't fall into that cycle. The Discord account that's connected to Foozes as well was also like this is my kind of my final piece of evidence here before I kind of give an official ruling really quickly. Um, and like what's gonna happen with rivals and all the matches they've played. But his Discord account, if you look at it, was created like late 2020. I think it's December 2021 or whatever, and that's kind of when this account got active again after the break, after the first one. So this could be just a random botter kind of guy, maybe. And then it got bought when it was ready somehow. I don't know what determines if it's ready or if it just waits. I don't know. But that was another key piece of evidence. Anyways, onto the ruling, onto the result of this. Um, so I talked to the Rivals owner, and obviously he didn't know anything about this, and doesn't really have any association with this. So I kind of gave it more of a warning, kind of like how I did to SNC CK. I'm like, hey, this was kind of hard to see out because I didn't even see it on registration because obviously none of this was not here. I would have said something or asked a question if these games were played. um, at the start of the season like this, but it's been like these are just grinded out like games. There's a ton of them in the last, you know, 2 3 weeks when I did player edges like I don't know how long ago, 2 or 3 or probably like almost a month ago at this point when we were setting up the league and doing the spreadsheet and the apps. So this wasn't on there when I was looking at it. They had the games from the prior seasons. But yeah, what's going to happen? They're not going to receive any like punishment. They're not getting kicked out of the league or anything, but they are going to have to replay their week 1 and 2. That means, excuse me, that Agra, Harambe, and Hellfire will get another shot at this rivals team, and the 4 players that were on it before, Bafooz is he's getting kicked from the league, and his uh, his account will be kind of sent around, and we'll see what we can do with this new like ring of accounts that's been happening because this seems like a slippery slope for some players like this. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys all an update and what was going on, but both teams did agree to the replays and stuff like that, and everyone's kind of playing nice right now. So let's keep that going. And if you guys have any other concerns, let me let me have them in private. We don't need to go to banter chat this time to publicly suspect people of that. We can bring it into a ticket. So thank you for the guys and the people that DM'd me and put it into the tickets to look into this account a little bit more. And also thank you, Traxon, for helping me out. You've been a big part of what we've been doing so far, organizationally, and I hope you have a good time playing in the league.